Are you helping me clean up? I haven't been able to play in the last few days because I got the flu over the weekend while I was out of town doing the performances and teaching and stuff. Ugh. Wallet, phone. All right, let's head up the coast. So I'm in San Luis Obispo, California for a couple of days to do a masterclass, workshop, concert tomorrow night, I think rehearsal tonight in like 40 minutes. Look at this nice flyer they made. Not bad. I'm not there anymore. I made this vlog, the one you're watching right now, a little while ago. See, so much has been going on and I keep like, I don't have time to make the vlog, and then more stuff happens and then I'm like, I gotta fit it all into a new vlog, and it's just not gonna happen. And I've just been letting myself get totally sort of creatively blocked here with this, but I've got so much I want to share with you, and I've got the tour coming up next month. If you haven't heard about that, I've been putting out videos on YouTube over the last few weeks with new songs from the new album called Quartet. We will be in the UK and Europe. I will link to tour poster details, maybe put it in the video. I just want to kind of get back in the loop here, but I've made so many of these videos that I've subsequently like thrown in the digital trash, so to speak. This is ridiculous. I'm in a new place right now, but I don't want to get into this until I kind of get some of that. Anyway, I did answer some questions on this trip, so let's jump back into that vlog and we'll be rolling. So I've got about 15 minutes before I have to head, maybe less, 10 minutes before I have to head over to rehearsal. I wanted to get to a couple of questions. I've been meaning to do this. First one comes from Antonio. This is about recording saxophone. Hey Bob, I want to get into recording my sax. Wanted to know if you use a preamp after your mic into an interface and what is needed to record sax. So I do a bunch of recording from home these days. I mean, I don't know about a bunch, but enough. I'm using a Focusrite Claret 4 pre now. And yes, the short of it is that there are preamps in there and they do make a difference. I used to use like a cheaper M audio interface and the preamps weren't as good. So good preamps matter, they matter a lot. Here's one from Julian. Hi Bob, on the left, this is about reeds. What advice do you have to choose a good reed strength? I can't tell you which reed to choose because it's different for each person. I can just tell you what I'm looking for is generally a certain amount of resistance. And by that I mean like when I'm blowing into the mouthpiece and reed, I want a certain amount of pushback. For me, on my mouthpiece, which is a 9, an Autolink hard rubber 9, and I've used for many, many years a 3.5 Rico Royal, which is now under the D'Addario umbrella. I've used like the Ricos for, I mean, a couple decades now. I like to have something that gives me enough resistance up top so that when I'm pushing into the upper ranges of the horn, I get resistance. If the reed is too thin, then it'll be nice and it'll be fun down in the bottom end of the horn. It'll be really buzzy, but then it'll be thin up top. And when it gets thin up top, sort of forces you into like pinching, and that's never something you want to do anywhere, but especially up top or altissimo range. So I tend to look for a reed that feels almost too hard, almost too stiff at first, and then break it in over a couple days. And then I'll just kind of play the reed until it sort of dies out and then move on to a new one. Here's one from Jacob, also about pedals. Hey Bob, I recently picked up a Voco Loco at your suggestion and I really like it. A Voco Loco is this thing that, it's basically a preamp for live performance, and it works best with, well, I shouldn't say it works best. It works well with like an effects pedal. That's how I'm using it. It evens it out. You have a little control over the EQ and the tone, and it's nice to have something that you can tweak before you get to the soundboard or the sound engineer. I don't use it all the time. I do tend to use it on my baked potato gigs and stuff like that. I don't take it with me and use it all the time. If I'm playing with Snarky Puppy, like I don't bring my Voco Loco with me. Here's the question. Do you run your delay pedal through the Voco Loco effect loop, or do you go from the XLR out on the Voco Loco with an XLR 1/4" cable into your DL4. The DL4 is the delay pedal. It will work both ways. So you can go from the mic, let's see, how do I do this? From the mic to the preamp, from the preamp to the effects pedal, and from the effects pedal out to the board. And I actually did that for a minute. It does work, but the better way to do it is, so you run the mic into the preamp, the mic goes into the back of the preamp, you bus the pedal. So there's like, you use a 1/4" cable, so you send out from the Vocal Loco to the effects pedal, and then the effects pedal sends back to the Vocal Loco, and the Vocal Loco goes out to the soundboard. And this way you have control over how much and when your effects are on, and it's pretty cool. It definitely works better that way. It just requires a couple extra little small 1/4" cables, but I highly recommend running it that way. Mic into the Vocal Loco out to the soundboard, and then just bus out to the effects pedal, and you're good to go. Headed over to the college today for a brief clinic this afternoon. I need to go to the clinic. This was me last night, which kind of helped.
Hey, do you know where the building I'm supposed to go to is now?
You're not gonna go through here. Do you know where the master class is? It's right here. There it is.
Thank you very much. Thanks.
Thank you. That's it.
Here?
Yeah, 100% provable.
And it should be something about our playing too, which is most surprising and inevitable. You know, in a sense. So.
Howdy. What's going on, Jeff? How are you? All right. I discounted how long those lights were.
Yeah, I know. It's longer than it seems like it should be, but he's playing tonight. I mentioned it at 8 o'clock.
It's the most obvious go-to, like an entrance point for talking about what anybody. We'll be able to tell where the light's best. It's not so good until right here. See? There you go, found it. So it's 3 o'clock. I've got 3 hours till I need to be back there for the sound check, run through concert tonight. I think I need to get some medicine. I sound awful. I sound probably worse than I feel, but I don't feel so hot. I just found out that one of the things I'm playing tonight is with like a second big band, like not the student big band, but an adult big band. It's fast. Well, concert time. Feeling a little bit better. I'm very highly medicated at this point. Lozenges and Dayquil and ibuprofen, a whole lot of stuff. But better than not having it. There's my selfie. Yeah, I got one on this. Okay.
Can I get in?
Okay. Are we all in there? Okay. All right. It's like, all right. Ready? Smile. It's video, so I'll screenshot. Oh, and then there's the white strap. Did I tell you about the white strap?